So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So first things first, I know I never do a video in uniform, but I was always conscious about it. But I said, why not? Let's just do it. So I'm sure that you guys have already seen the thumbnail and we know what this video is about. It's mainly going to be about COVID-19 and how it has affected aviation industry throughout the world and especially in India. So before we head on to the main topic, I would like to tell you guys that thank you for the support that you have been giving on the videos lately. And again, it means a lot. Every single like, every one of you subscribe does help me grow the channel and does give me the motivation to make more videos for you guys. So thank you for that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button so that you can see a lot of aviation content as well as about my life and my vlogs. So let's get started. So with respect to the video, I'm gonna segregate the video into three different parts, and I'm gonna first talk about what the aviation industry was before COVID-19 hit India, the present situation, and then I'm gonna talk about the future aspects of airlines as well as general aviation, that is your training. Because many of you guys have been asking me that whether it's a good time to start your training or no, and I thought why not answer it in a video instead of DMing all of you personally. So to begin with, this is point number one. With respect to the first point that we're going to talk about is how Indian aviation sector, the Indian market was before COVID-19 hit us. So first things first, let's talk about how vast the Indian aviation sector was. We were the third largest major growing sector in the world with respect to the domestic market, okay, which comprised of major airlines like Indigo, AirAsia, Vistara, GoAir, SpiceJet, Air India, and many other airlines. And we were supposed to go on a climbing growth of around 18.6%, which was in the coming years, that was 2020 and 2021. Our Indian aviation market is so big that it contributes around $72 billion to our GDP. Yes, that's how huge the whole Indian aviation sector is. Also, Indian aviation carriers were predicted to buy approximately 1001 aircraft in the coming 5 to 6 years, which is a huge number. Not only this guys, but it was also predicted that the growing Indian aviation market was expected to cater to around 520 million passengers by the end of 2030, which is again a very huge number. India had also been projected to be the second largest growing country in the world with respect to passenger traffic by the Airports Council International. Now there's a lot of more that I can talk to you about on how the aviation market was, but it's of no use as of the current day because no one had ever predicted that something like the COVID-19 is going to hit us. So now coming to our second point. So in this part we're going to discuss about the current day situation and how this COVID-19 is affecting major aviation sector, especially talking about our country. Now when all of this had just taken roots in India, ICAO, that is International Civil Aviation Organization, had predicted that in the early stages of coronavirus hitting India, that was in early February, that the Indian aviation sector would drop or dip to approximately by 2% from the current growth rate. But these projections drastically increased by the start of March, which was going up to around 27% of depreciation in the growth. Now you can see that if from February to March it has dropped down from 2% to 27%, you can expect what the results would be or what the prediction would be by the end of April. And again, one more thing, as we all of know, from the last 22nd of March, all flights have been completely stopped. We have no domestic flight going on, we have no international flights that are being flown, and it has been extended with the deadline that we have till the 3rd of May. Also yesterday, Honorable Aviation Minister Mr. Hardeep Puri has tweeted that airlines have been told that they should not take any further bookings until the government tells them the same. So you can expect that this is going to go ahead and it's going to affect more to all these airlines. Now the main factor why it is so bad is because, as you all know, that airlines make a huge profit only with respect to the amount of passengers that we are carrying. Okay, that's what we call as payload. Okay, it can be in a form of cargo or it can be in a form of passenger load, because carrying extra fuel does not obviously pay the airline any sort of money. Now the problem is, in order for an airline to survive, it has to take at least a certain minimum amount of passengers in an aircraft to at least meet its expenses. Now the problem rises when no airline is flying and all the aircrafts are on ground, because keeping putting an aircraft on ground is surely not going to help any airline for that matter, and everyone is currently going down to losses. Now, in order to counter this situation that we are currently facing, major airlines have given salary cuts to the employees, obviously from a point of view to cut short on the losses that they are occurring. Indigo, from the top hierarchy, that is from the CEO until the flight operations to pilots, everyone is getting a certain amount of cut in their salaries in order to go around the situation and fight it out. And so have many other airlines done the same with their crew. Now, I'm going to show you a graph which I recently found out with respect to how many airlines will be able to survive if the lockdown extends up to 6 months, whether they will have the amount of cash in order to survive or no. So you can see this graph currently which is coming on the screen. It shows that how major airlines like Indigo, GoAir, SpiceJet as well as Air India are suffering losses, and will they be able to take or sustain even after 3 months of lockdown. You can see Indigo has major liquidity in terms of cash and they can survive this, but if you see the other airlines like GoAir and SpiceJet, they might suffer huge losses if this lockdown or this whole situation is not taken off ASAP. Now, this is talking about India. ITA recently put up a stat that throughout the world, the amount of losses in revenue that the aviation sector was going to face was approximately 252 billion. And mind you, this prediction was just made up to March. We still have a lot of time until we are completely settled from this situation. Now let's talk about our third point, that is what is going to be the future of aviation market in India and throughout the world. So, as per the prediction that I gave you earlier, that we saw that it has already dropped, the market has already dropped down to approximately 44% from 2019 fourth quarter, and as per ITA, again they are expecting it to go as low as 65% depreciation. But it's not only all bad that is going to happen. Soon we will be out of this COVID situation, and soon all the airlines will slowly start all their operations. But again, the question lies that how is it going to take place? Surely, as you all already know, that no airline can suddenly put up all the aircrafts in the air, and there are not going to be a sudden rush of passengers as well. Now, big airlines which have a huge fleet, they're going to start flying with smaller fleets, with smaller number of aircrafts, because of the cash crunch that each of them will be facing after the lockdown is over. Now, the further on discussion is that if this lockdown extends to more than 6 months, it's going to hit each and every airline hard. And by this I mean that it's going to be very difficult for them to even survive in the market. But again, this is not going to take place over just a few weeks. It's going to take at least 4 to 6 months for everything to be stable and airlines to again start making some money to survive. So that's the part about your civil aviation and the domestic and international sector. Now let's talk about what you should do with respect to your training, or for the students who are currently pursuing a career or are aspiring pilots. Now, this is a major question that I've been asked currently from a lot of you, that what should I do, or should I continue, or should I start into aviation? Now, if you want me to answer honestly, the answer would be no. At this moment, it's very difficult to predict how the market would be. There can be a situation where airlines are going to face huge losses, and it will be very difficult for them to get up through that. Now, for students who are already into aviation, it's quite difficult. This period is really bad for you, because surely for the next 1 to 1.5 years, no airline is going to come up with any vacancies because of what is just going on. So the only thing I can tell you is that just stay strong and try to do whatever you can, finish up your training, but again, we cannot have high hopes as well. So for students who are just wanting to start or are aspiring pilots and who had thought that this year maybe they'll start their training for your commercial pilot license, now this type of situation has been going around in the aviation sector for a while. Maybe not COVID-19, but there were other major setbacks that we faced. So, and also the point that if you start your career right now, if you start taking your education right now in order to become a pilot, it's going to take at least 2 to 2.5 years, maximum 3 years for you to become or get your license. So it's fine for you, because in that much amount of time things will be already fine. So guys, that's why we end the video, and if you guys are still watching, I'm sure that you like the content, so please do leave a like on the video and do subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can know and get every notification the next time I upload such a video. So till then, take care guys, stay safe, stay home and stay golden.